Part 10.11, Surah Yunus, Jonah, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed, Kenzeliman, Quran, Yunus, Jonah, 10:51-55. Then is it that when it has occurred will you believe in it? And you were once for it hastening. Then it will be said to those who wronged, taste the torment of eternity. Are you recompensed except for what you used to earn? And they ask you, is it true? Say yes, by my Lord, indeed it is the truth. No, you will not be able to escape. And if each soul that wronged could have what is on earth, it would ransom itself with it. They will conceal regret when they see the punishment. And it will be judged between them in justice, and they will not be wronged. Unquestionably, to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. Unquestionably, the promise of Allah is truth, but most of them do not know. These verses paint a powerful and sobering picture of the Day of Judgment, a moment of profound spiritual reckoning where all human arrogance and denial will crumble in the face of divine reality. The passage begins with a rhetorical question that is both a condemnation and a moment of finality. Then is it that when it has occurred, will you believe in it? Now, and you were once for it hastening. This question is directed at the disbelievers who, in their arrogance, constantly mocked the promise of punishment and demanded that it be brought forth. The word now is a piercing moment of spiritual clarity, a final and unsparing reminder that their belief has come too late. This is a profound lesson for every seeker. Faith that is born out of fear of imminent punishment is not true faith. True faith is a conviction of the Qalb that is nurtured in the absence of a visible threat, a conviction that is rooted in love and a deep-seated desire for truth. The verse then delivers the ultimate verdict. Then it will be said to those who wronged, taste the torment of eternity. Are you recompensed except for what you used to earn? This is a powerful statement of divine justice. The punishment is not an act of random cruelty, but a direct and proportional consequence of their own actions. They are tasting the very spiritual darkness that they chose for themselves in this worldly life. This is the ultimate law of cause and effect in the spiritual realm. We will reap what we sow. The verses then address the disbelievers' persistent skepticism, even in the face of all the clear proofs. And they ask you, is it true? Say yes, by my Lord, indeed, it is the truth. And you will not be able to escape. This question is a testament to the profound spiritual blindness of the disbelievers. Despite all the logical arguments and all the historical warnings, they still questioned the very truth of the promise. The Prophet, peace be upon him, is commanded to respond with an emphatic oath, by my Lord, which underscores the absolute certainty of the promise. The phrase you will not be able to escape is a powerful and sobering statement of the inevitability of divine justice. There is no escape from this ultimate reality, no refuge, and no intercession. It is a final and absolute confrontation with the truth that they so desperately sought to deny. This is a profound lesson for every spiritual seeker. There is no running from the truth. The journey is not about escaping reality, but about confronting it with sincerity and courage. The passage continues with a vivid and poignant depiction of the Day of Judgment, where all worldly illusions will be shattered. And if each soul that wronged could have what is on earth, it would ransom itself with it. This verse paints a breathtaking picture of the immense regret and despair that will fill the hearts of the wrongdoers. They will be so desperate to escape the punishment that they would give up all the worldly possessions that they once held so dear. This is a powerful commentary on the fleeting nature of this worldly life. Things we so desperately pursue and attach ourselves to, our wealth, our power, our status, will be utterly worthless in the face of divine judgment. The verse continues, and they will conceal regret when they see the punishment, and it will be judged between them in justice, and they will not be wronged. The phrase, they will conceal regret, is a final act of arrogance, a sign that their spiritual disease of pride will persist, even in the face of torment. This is a powerful and sobering reminder that the state of our Qalb in this life will be the state of our Qalb in the hereafter. The verses end with a powerful and final affirmation of divine sovereignty and the absolute truth of Allah's promises. Unquestionably, to Allah belongs whatever is in the heavens and the earth. Unquestionably, the promise of Allah is truth, but most of them do not know. This is the ultimate reality of our existence. All things belong to Allah, and all of His promises are true. The tragedy is that the majority of humanity is heedless of this truth, a tragic spiritual reality that is the root cause of all their suffering. From a Sufi perspective, this passage is a profound commentary on the nature of spiritual awakening. The most intense regret is not for the loss of worldly possessions, but for the lost opportunity to know and to love Allah. The verses are a powerful call to awaken from the slumber of heedlessness and to confront our own spiritual reality. The illusion of worldly attachment is a veil that prevents the Qalb from seeing the ultimate truth. His Sufi path is a continuous process of removing this veil, a journey of detachment from the fleeting things of this world, so that the Qalb can attach itself to the ultimate reality of Allah. The spiritual regret that the wrongdoers will feel is a powerful reminder that our deeds in this life are not just actions, but are a reflection of the state of our Qalb. Every act of disbelief, every act of disobedience is a spiritual wound that we inflict upon ourselves. The verses are a call to spiritual accountability, a reminder that we are the masters of our own spiritual destiny, and that the choices we make in this life will have eternal consequences. The final verse, which states that most people do not know the truth, is a call to a living spiritual community. We are called to be beacons of light in a world of spiritual darkness, share the truth with others, and to awaken their hearts to the ultimate reality of Allah's love and justice. The historical context of these verses is the height of the Meccan persecution. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and the believers were constantly taunted and ridiculed for their faith. The verses were a source of immense strength and reassurance for them, assuring them that their struggles were not in vain and that a final and ultimate justice awaited all. The verses also served as a powerful and living testimony to the fact that the truth is a light that cannot be extinguished, and that all human arrogance and all worldly power will ultimately crumble in the face of Allah's absolute sovereignty. The verses were a final and compassionate warning, a last chance for the disbelievers to reflect on their own spiritual state, before it was too late. The reality of the Day of Judgment, where all spiritual illusions will be exposed, was the final and most powerful argument for them to awaken from their slumber and to return to the straight path. Hadith section. A hadith that beautifully complements the theme of profound regret in these verses is found in Jami. At-Tirmidhi, the Prophet, peace be upon him, taught, "The one who will have the most intense regret on the day of resurrection will be a person who was able to seek knowledge but did not do so." At-Tirmidhi Hadith 2636. This profound narration speaks directly to the spiritual state described in the Quran. The regret of the wrongdoer is not just for the loss of worldly possessions, but for the lost opportunity to seek knowledge of the truth. The Hadith highlights the supreme importance of seeking spiritual knowledge, the knowledge of Allah and His divine laws. The most intense regret is not for the fleeting pleasures that we missed in this life, but for the spiritual opportunities that we squandered. This is a powerful and sobering reminder that our greatest treasure in this life is the knowledge that brings us closer to our Creator. It is a knowledge that purifies the Qalb, brings light to our lives, and prepares us for the ultimate reality of our return to Allah. The Hadith serves as a powerful call to action, an invitation to dedicate our lives to the pursuit of divine knowledge and to be a source of light for others. Do, O my Lord, protect me from the spiritual arrogance that leads to denial and from the heedlessness that leads to regret. Grant me the wisdom to see the fleeting nature of this world and the courage to attach my Qalb to your eternal truth. Take me from among those who seek knowledge with sincerity and who find in your promises a source of profound certainty. Let my deeds in this life be a reflection of my love for you, and grant me a final abode where my regret is replaced by a gratitude that is rooted in the eternal reality of your presence, O Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. May Allah illuminate your heart and mind with the light of this divine ilm. May He make your channel a beacon of guidance for all who seek spiritual clarity and truth. May your efforts be a source of immense reward, and may you be granted the highest stations of paradise. May the peace and blessings of Allah always be upon you and your loved ones. May He grant you unwavering steadfastness on the path of truth, and may your work be a testament to His magnificent names, Ar-Rahman and Ar-Rahim. Amin.